Well, Ken Roczen, who we haven't seen all outdoors after his Supercross injury, was recently on the PulpMX show and he said, quote, "Yes, I want to do it. I've had my sights on that for a long time. I really enjoyed last year and it was an experience." Now he's talking about MX of Nations or MX Nations, whatever you want to call it, and he's apparently in for this year for Team Germany. He continued to say, "The last few years I haven't done it, and the last time was maybe 2018, and it was a disaster in Redbud. Then last year, then I went last year, and it was an experience on another level. The venue isn't that big there, but all those people, it is just a very special and unique race, and I enjoyed it a lot. As soon as it was over, I said I'm going back in 2024, especially because it is Martinly Basin. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Martley, whatever. And it is one of my all-time favorite tracks, and I haven't been there for ages. I really love that track. Obviously, growing up in Europe, he's one of these guys who's probably raced a lot of these GP tracks or European tracks, whatever you want to call it. So for him, it's probably pretty cool. And for Team Journey, it's probably pretty cool. There's no reason you're gonna sit there and say, "Nah, Roxon, we don't want you. Don't even worry about coming." I mean, this is big because I always like the MX Nations. It's just a cool thing that happens every year. And I saw somebody say, "Oh, it should happen every couple years, every 3 years, and it may make it more special." Like, nah, because then you don't get to see everyone. You get like the 3 year jumps where somebody might be injured, or just there's so much change in this in this sport. I mean, especially now you think you've got Jet Lawrence, Tim Geiser, Hunter Lawrence, Jorge Prado, Chase Sexton, Hurling's still in it. Tomac wants to be in it apparently. You got Febvre, you've got Roczen in. You just got all these people that if you do this every 2 or 3 years, you might get, Tomac not going to be in another one, or Roczen not going to be in another one. It's just I prefer this every single year. It's something special, something different. You get all of the American motocross guys racing against the best the rest of the world has. I mean, literally the rest of the world. And it's kind of on their home turf more likely. I mean, obviously every few years or whatever it is they do it in America, and that's one thing, but when you're an American guy or any other person racing over here going to a European track, it's very different. Just culture-wise, the race surface, just how everything runs, and I prefer this. Every year, perfectly fine with me. I mean, it's just more good racing, more competition. You get all the big names together, see who's the best, and even if you don't like even if one country doesn't win, it's still cool to see Jet Lawrence race Tim Geiser, which in another lifetime it could have been if he had stayed over in Europe and raced the GPs. That could have been, the top two pairing of the people racing against each other, and people like Hurlings who, every few years he's probably not going to be racing very much longer, depending on how injury stuff lasts. But I'm excited for this. I always like like I said, I always like the MXD or MXDN or whatever you want to call it, MX of Nations, but I don't know. Comments down below. You guys tell me. Is this something you like? Are you gonna watch it? Are you excited for it? Or do you fall on the side of things where you think it should be every 2 or 3 years, or make it more of a, I don't know, an event or a special thing? But whatever it is, comment down below. While you're down there, make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things this platform allows you to do, because it really does help me out and I appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you later. Peace.